guys, it is that time. It is the High Desert Hustle here in Reno, Nevada. We kicked off with practice yesterday. We had a solid 19th out of, I believe, 114 cars. And then our second practice didn't go as well. I believe we were somewhere in the 30s. Overall, between the facility and how the race is going already, it is awesome. This place blows my mind. As you guys can see, this facility here, all the stadium chairs, they said this place might get packed come Saturday. I think that'd be really cool. So tonight's our prelim night. We drew 241 pill draw out of 250. So most likely we're going to be in flight B for qualifying and probably be one of the last groups to go out. Seeing what the track was doing yesterday, kind of something that we expected, you know, kind of be a little bit right around the bottom, maybe, you know, half car length out the bottom, and it was already taking rubber yesterday. So kind of expected that a little bit. Hopefully today it might get, you know, maybe a little more racy with 2 lanes. I know they did a little bit of track prep last night, try to get that 2 lanes going on, and like I said, it's our prelim night, so we're gonna see what we can do tonight. Hopefully we can just put her in the show tonight and be in that top 5 position for the main and lock into Saturday.
As we go green, 04 Jason Doring also out there as well. Here's a look at the Fastenal 22C of Carly Holmes. Six-him Sean Milligan navigating his way around the Reno Livestock Event Center. Checker flag waving on that group. Looks like Garen McNary goes 14th quick in the 22 at 9.820. And then Kaylin Lopez, 16K, rounds out the top 15 now at 9.824. Carly Holmes also making the inversion, 17th quick with a 9.929.
Our car was really good for qualifying. We put down some pretty solid laps, and with how the format is, you want it to be top 20 in qualifying, so then you could try to gain as the most amount of points because you would start in the first 2 rows of your heat race. Since I ended up qualifying 19th overall, that would line me up front row inside of my heat. So we pushed out for our heat race, and I knew going into the heat race I was already in a really good position if I could just get out front, lead all 10 laps, that we would be sitting really good for that qualifier position. And they gave us a few hot laps before we went green, and I didn't hear any signs of the motor giving out or if it was laying down at all. Once we took the green flag, going into 1 and 2, we got the early lead. And then coming out of 4, the motor just kind of completely died. That would restart me in about the 10th or 11th position. And I knew at this point I was kind of I needed to gain as much ground as I could. They were only taking top 60 in points for the qualifiers, so I knew I really had to get up to maybe, that 4th or 5th position. Coming to the line, we finished 6th in our heat race.
You don't want to go in the F main, and unfortunately that is going to be the case for Landon Brooks. Colby Copeland and Jennifer Osborne front row. We get things started here. Colby Copeland will be the lead element on the opening stanza. Brian Hubert gets around Jennifer Osborne. Dakota Crane sideways in turn number 4. We stay green though. Jennifer Osborne trying to reclaim second from Brian Hubert. Hunter Kolodny running in position number 4. Chase Hill is 5th, Rowdy Graham 6th, and Jaden Bunch coming to a halt in turn number 4. Yellow is out, and oh my, Chase Hill is able to get past Hunter Kolodny. Chase Hill, your second and final transfer car as it stands. Jennifer Osborne, though, trying to claim the position on the high side, racing back to the checkered flag. Colby Copeland will win qualifier number 3. Chase Hill finishes second, Jennifer Osborne third, Dakota Crane 4th, and Carly Holmes 5th.
Well, we just finished up our qualifier, and just to kind of get you guys caught up to where we are right now, we went out for qualifying 50th in Flight B. There was a total, I believe, of 113 or so cars. We qualified 19th in our group, so 19 out of 57, 56, whatever. Really good. We wanted to be in that top 20 position to line us up for our heat race. We started on the front row inside of our heat race, and during the warm-up laps, the engine ran fine, you know, never made noise or anything to like let me know that it wasn't running right. And going into 1 and 2, it ran okay. I didn't really hear anything wrong with it. And coming off of 4, it just flat out died. Didn't really give me a sign, didn't, you know, bog down or anything. It just died, and so I went to the back and I just tried to keep that thing going. I didn't want to pull off because that would have just probably cost me my entire night. So I drove it from about 8 or 9 up to 6. So that puts us starting 12th in our qualifier. I knew I had to be patient. It was 10 laps, and I was just gonna try to stay as calm as I could for the first few laps because with how the track condition is, it's just a little bit around the bottom, not much on top. But for the first few laps, I actually did make the top work until a yellow came out, and then just it got really dusty. So finishing our qualifier in 5th would line us up second row inside in the C main. So we still have a pretty good shot at making the show. With how the track condition is, I'm on the inside. I feel like everything is gonna go right for me tonight. Definitely want to get through the C main and then get through the B main and make the show. So coming off of 4, going into 1, I saw a few cars on the bottom get together, and I believe from what I remember is they clipped the hay bale and they started flipping up the racetrack. I was already committed to running the top, and as that car was flipping up the racetrack, and when they came down right on my front end. The right rear came down right on my left foot, and immediately I knew something was wrong. I knew it was most likely broken, dislocated, or something was not right. I was in a lot of pain. So quickly the medics came over. As fast as they could, they got the cage off, they removed me from the car, they carried me over to one of the pickup trucks and just sat me on the bed of the pickup truck with my leg elevated until they could get the ambulance there. Right away, the medics knew it was dislocated. So once the ambulance showed up, they hauled me off to the ER. So after we finished all the tests, they came to conclusion that the calcaneus bone in my left foot was broken, as well as another bone right in my heel was also smashed. We talked about doing surgery that following day, but they did not have a full staff to do the surgery. So they said, why don't you just wait till you guys get home, get with your doctors back there and get a surgery planned. So that's exactly what we did. Come Monday, we went to a doctor's appointment. We talked about my foot. They actually looked at it. They said that the swelling went down, which was really good, and that means that my foot is ready for surgery. So surgery will be this Friday, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna go in there and try and put a few screws in and try to get that bone back together. With where it's broke at and how it's shoved under another bone, they said it might be a little bit difficult. It's very narrow there, and with how the joints are and the gap between the break. So we were just praying that all goes well, and the doctor comes out and says it was a lot easier than expected. I just want to thank everyone who got me out of the car. I know it wasn't really easy, and I was not the calmest person just because of the pain level that I was in. Just want to thank everyone, my family and my crew, anyone who helped, anyone who called 911, trying to get them there as fast as they could, and to everyone in the hospital who had to deal with me, because the meds that they give you make you pretty loopy, and I was probably saying stuff that probably didn't make sense half the time. I think I told them that their beds weren't comfy, or I don't know. We probably should have filmed it, but we didn't. And to everyone who has reached out, just can't thank everyone enough, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.